Today's notes are on the 3 ways that a ratio can be written. A ratio is a comparison between 2 or more quantities, and they can be expressed in 3 ways. We can express it as a fraction, a ratio in ratio form, or in word form. So let's get started. A recipe for lemonade calls for 8 lemons and 6 cups of water. What is the ratio of lemons to water? So we have to determine the comparison between the number of lemons and the number of water it takes to make the recipe. All right, so we are comparing lemons and water. All right, so then we write the corresponding numbers. So lemons, there are 8, and water, there is 6 cups. And then we simplify if necessary. Now, a mixed number is not, a fraction is not the same as a ratio. Ratios can be written as fractions, but a ratio is not a fraction. A ratio represents 2 quantities that we are comparing. So we never write them as mixed numbers when we simplify. So let's write our ratio. So we had an 8 to 6 ratio. And when we simplify it, we get a 4 to 3 ratio. All right, so the ratio of lemons to water is 4 to 3, written as a fraction. Okay, we can also write this ratio in ratio form, which means we would use a colon, or we can write it in word form, meaning we would use the word to, T-O. All right, let's move on to the next section. All right, the center forward on a soccer team scored 3 goals and missed 6 shots. What is the ratio of goals to total shots? Say, when ratios, we have to make sure that we write it just the way that they say it. So this is comparing ratios to total shots. The ratio of goals, so we're going to write goals, to the total number of shots. All right, so the number of goals he made was 3. And the number of total shots was 6 missed plus the 3 he made, which is 9. All right, then we're going to simplify, which gives us a 1 to 3 ratio, not 1/3, 1 to 3. And then we're going to write the ratio with a colon instead of a fraction bar. All right, so 1 goes on this side of the colon because 1 represents the goals, and 3 goes on this side of the colon because it represents the total number of shots in our ratio. So the way we read this is 1, 2, the colon says the word 2, and 3 will be our total shots. And the very last way that we can write a ratio is in word form. So we're going to use the word to. All right, so the table shows the number of students in each club at a local middle school, and it wants us to find the ratio of the drama club members to the music club members. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to write down the 2 things that we're comparing. So we're comparing the drama club and the music club. We write the drama club first because that's what they mentioned first. So whatever they say first, that's what we write first. So for the drama club, it wants to know the number of members, okay? So drama, we have 5, 9, 12 members. And then for the music club, we have 6, 9 members. All right? And then we simplify. All right, 12 nights simplifies to 4 over 3, or 4 to 3. And then instead of writing it as a fraction with a fraction bar, or instead of writing it with a colon for ratio form, we're going to just write it with the word to. So 4 goes here because 4 represents the drama club. And 3 goes here because 3 represents the music club. And remember, when you are talking about ratios, you're comparing 2 things, 2 quantities, okay? And whatever they say first, that's what you write first. So in this case, they mention the drama club first and then the music club. So drama club will come first, and then music club will be the second number that we write. So this is the way that you can write ratios in three forms: fraction form, ratio form, which uses the colon, and word form, which uses the word to. Those are your notes.